Hi, I'm the administrative assistant at Elder Hansen and Company. In this video, we'll be going over how to view your client copy tax return and your tax organizer when it is sent electronically. First thing you want to do is be in your email inbox, whether that be Gmail, Yahoo, AOL, Comcast, just to name a few. Doesn't matter. As long as you are in your inbox and can see all of your mail. First thing we're going to want to look for is an email sent from the administrative assistant that is titled 2019 Tax Return Filing Instructions. So this one right here. Okay, once you locate that, go ahead and click in. And this email is exactly what it is titled. It is the instructions for filing your tax return. So you're going to want to follow this all the way through the process. So what it says is your 2019 personal tax return has been prepared and you will need to follow all steps below to ensure that it will be properly completed. So if we start with step 1, which you always should, it says client copy tax return, download, save, and review your tax return by following the instructions in the next section of this page. So what I'm looking at here is this first line. Okay, so we want to scroll down to the next section of this page, just like number 1 says. So when we scroll down, you'll see, please click download attachments link below to download and save your tax return via our client portal. What that's referring to is this button right here, download attachments. Now, below the box with your documents is a sentence that reads, if this is your first time using our document portal, you will receive a separate automated email from our office requesting that you activate your user account. To complete setup, you will need to do the following, and it lists steps 1 through 5. So what that means is if you have never used our client portal before, you will receive an email separate from this one that comes right away that will have you set up an account to our client portal. Okay, so if you were to just click on download attachments and you've never been in there before, it won't take you to the correct page. Okay, you'll need to have an account set up first. If you do already have an account, then feel free to go ahead and click on download attachments and you will log in to your client portal and view your documents that way. So I'm going to go ahead and show what it looks like to create an account for those who don't have one. So we're just going to go through the steps here. So step 1 says, from the automated email, select the link, click here to activate your user account. Okay, so first we need to find that automated email. So we're going to go back to our inbox, and which email that one is referring to is the one sent from administrative assistant, and it's titled share file login information. So once you locate that email, go ahead and click in, and you will see this exact same screen. Okay, so step 1 said to click on the link that says click here to activate your user account, which is this link right here. Okay, now I want to note, very important, you can only click on this link one time. If you click on it and for some reason the page that it takes you to, you're on it and then you leave or you refresh, if you come back to this email right here, this share file login information email, and click this link, it will expire and you can no longer set up your account. It's going to take you straight to a page to enter your username and password. It thinks that you have already set up your account. So just be sure that you're ready to click this and enter your information with no distractions. You don't have to leave the page just because it is only sent one time. I just want to make that clear. So we'll go ahead, make sure that we're ready to enter our information. So we'll click here. And it will take a little bit of time to load. Okay, so we're going to put our first name. That one auto-populated just because I had done this before, but type in your first name. So this one I'll put Joe for demo purposes. Last name, Doe. Of course, this is going to be your name. Company, this will be the company that you work for, so not Elder Hansen & Company. This is optional. Anything with the asterisk, that red little star symbol, is required. You can see that there is not one by company, so you do not have to put it in there. It's totally up to you. Next thing we want to do is enter a phone number. Again, it is required. You can tell by that little asterisk right there. So This phone number is going to be associated with a verification code, and what that means is that when you log in to your account, there is a second method of verification. So yes, your username and password, but also you will either receive a text if this button is clicked on, or if you click this button, a voice call. Well, let's just disregard that. Sorry about that. You will not receive that pop-up. That's from a different page that I had open. So once you type in your phone number, and depending on what you choose here, so say you put text message, you put in your phone number and you hit continue, it's going to send you a text to the phone number that you entered with a verification code. Okay, and then once you type that in, you'll hit continue. If you do voice call, it will call the number that you entered. If you don't have a cell phone, I would recommend this, and it will read you the code. Okay, so I'm going to pause the video here, enter the number, and then show you what that looks like. Okay, so I had entered my phone number, hit the button continue, and then this is the next screen that you will see. So it's asking for a code, and that is the code that was sent to you through text, or if you decided to choose the button that said phone call, then they would call you and read that code. So that is the code that you will enter right here. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video again and type that in. Okay, so this is the code that it had sent me. All right, so once that's typed in, go ahead and click verify. Okay, so now that's been completed. And the third step is to create a password for your login. So your username is going to be your email address, and then your password needs to meet these requirements. Okay, so at least one uppercase letter in the password needs to have one lowercase, one number, one special character, which will be the top row of your keyboard above the numbers where it has the exclamation mark, the @ symbol, the pound sign, dollar sign, something like that. Any of those will work. And then it needs to have 8 characters in length. Okay, so it can't be too short. It needs to have at least 8. And be sure that your password, when you type it up in here, matches down here. I'd recommend probably writing it down the first time just so you have it, and then you can save it somewhere later. So I'm going to go ahead and create a password, pause the video again, and show you what that looks like after. Okay, I have created my password, and I'm going to go ahead and save and sign in. Click this button right here. Once you go ahead and do that, it will load and it will bring you to your files. So this is our ShareFile portal, okay? And this is where you can view your client copy tax return and your tax organizer. Okay, so if we go back to the email with the instructions, so when I go back to my email, and this is just the link, okay, remember this will not work again. So we're done with that. Okay, and we can disregard those ones. Those are just the codes that I received when typing in the phone number and needed that verification code. So if we look at the 2019 tax return filing instructions, we can circle back and see when we scroll down to the bottom there that we clicked on that link, we entered our information and hit continue, where it asks for our first name and last name, company, and then the phone number. We noted that yes, our email address is our password, and we created a password just recently, and then we hit save and select the inbox to securely access your files. So say that it did not take us to this page when you sign in, it won't always. You can click on our banner here, take a click, and you can notice that anything that is a link that is able to be clicked into to take you to a different page will form a hand. So you can see right now that the mouse cursor is just a pointer, but say we went down here, it turns into a hand, we're able to click it. Okay, so this took us to what is our inbox, okay, which is what number 5 is referring to. So if we are on the dashboard and we need to get to our documents, we'll go down to inbox like number 5 says. We can go down and click received. And notice there's a number 1 right there. That means that we do have something in our inbox. Okay, and this is it. So you can see it highlights when you move over it. Okay, again, right here, it's the pointer. So we can't click into it if you try. You'll need to move it over to either here or here where the words are. Either one, click into it so that hand forms. And then we're back to this page. So to view your documents, all you need to do is click into either one of these, okay? Or you can do them both at one time by selecting all, but it'll work for the same way. Either way, if you click select all, you just do one by one. So I'll start with one by one. So say we just need to view this one, okay? Hand has populated, we'll go ahead and click on there. And okay, so it has been loaded. So again, I am using Google Chrome as my internet browser, but no matter what, if you just hit download, whatever browser you're using, download this document. After viewing, if you want, you can go ahead and read through here and view the documents. If I go to the middle of the page, it's going to take a little bit to load. So it is a larger document. Those are what the circles are indicating. So say you read through it, you're fine, you want a copy. You hit download, it's going to pop up in a PDF at the bottom here, and it'll just sit here. So you can click into that. You know, it doesn't turn into a hand. That might just be a browser difference, but so you'll click into that, and then this is the PDF version. Same thing, you can scroll through, read it. Now, if you would like to print it, you just bring your mouse to the top. It'll bring up the banner, okay? If I move my mouse, eventually it would go away. So I'd move it back to the top, and print button is right here. So if you hover over that, that will show print. You just click on that. Okay, and then you can go ahead and print. You can print as many copies as you want. And that's fine, and it'll stay there too. So if you print it once, you can always get back. It's not just like a one-time print. And then also, if you wanted to, instead of print it, save it to your computer, you can hit download and choose somewhere in here. That's totally up to you. You do not have to do that. You can just save it on here in your portal. You can print it, or you can download and save it to your computer. To get out of here, we'll just go up to the top of the page that is open, click out of it, and now we're back to here. So if we want to go to our organizer, since this is our client copy return, we can just go to the top left corner here, right next to the title, and hit the back button and do the same thing with our organizer. So we'll click into there, let it load, read through it, hit download. Okay, same thing's going to happen. It's going to pop up at the bottom here. We click on there, and here it is again. Just takes a second to load. Same thing, print is right here, download is right there, and you get out of it the same way. You just find the page tab that is highlighted, click out of that, takes you back to where you were, and if we want to get out of here, top left corner arrow, and then you're out. Okay, and so we can go back home. I hope that helped, and again, that is how you view your client copy return and your tax organizer. Thanks for watching.